This is game 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to my stream title. And then just to make sure, you're okay with this going up on YouTube later?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Alright, and we should be live. And you should be able to see my screen?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing it for a little while.
Alright, fair enough. Okay. Well, you're gonna want to, I think you want to watch it through Discord, otherwise you get that
Discord,
slight
yeah.
delay. Alright. Sounds good. This is, the first one you said was 94. I really need to play more BattleCon. I can't believe that I've dropped 83.
The VCO replays files actually when I keep tabbed in my taskbar.
Yeah, me too. Not, it's 100% that I have this. Man. So, I still hate everything about Anath. Well, ever since Rose hit me with that, that Dark Revulsion, like I've been.
Oh right.
I'm not kidding. It was a formative moment in my BattleCon life. Like, ever since then, I've never been okay.
Yeah, right. It was. I mean, I think 0 outs to Dark Revulsion.
Well, 0 outs because she specifically card locked me and like went for it. You know.
I think that's even worse than getting hit by just like a random.
You know, the problem is because it can't kill. It's sometimes just extending the inevitable.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still won 100% the next beat, but I almost screwed up.
Caesar.
Yes. Yes. Galactic. Is that fine? Galactic seems. I don't like Aurora against Anath on beat 1. She just moves everywhere.
I mean, Aurora's specifically bad against Dread. You know, maybe you want to keep it to, like, you know, make the Anath player worry a little bit. Because, you know, Anath gets to choose her form.
After discards.
After discards, so, you know, maybe you want to keep Galactic to put pressure on the Prio form. But I don't think, like, Eerie really needs to put pressure on the Prio form. Like, if she goes Prio, you just Astral or something, so.
Yeah. If I go Prio, she just goes defensive.
Right. So I don't like keeping Aurora over Galactic, but MiX is a way better player than I am, so...
No, I'm saying you should keep Aurora over Galactic, because at least she has to worry about Aurora now. Galactic is never really...
Okay.
That's a big concern ever.
Taking Auroras to the face makes you do bad things with what you discard sometimes.
Oh, man. So do you always go Soak in this, you know, with these discards?
I'm not sure, honestly. I guess I just try to look at the discards, think of what might work best for me, and, well, since she's got Astral, and I'm not really worried about her outspeeding in general, since most of her fast options are relatively weak, I guess.
Yeah, but isn't Soak Form specifically tough against Magical?
I mean, I guess, although Dread kind of beats that. On another note, Dread's Strike actually clashes out Comet Burst.
That's fair. Even Magical Burst, if she was going to do that, which she shouldn't. Huh. Man, I don't even know what I'm going to play here. Alright, so what... So, Dread or a Drive?
I'm always scared of Abhorrent Drive. I think that pair is, like, really hard to deal with.
Abhorrent Drive's one of my favorites in Prio form, honestly.
Yeah. But, like, even here, it's pretty good, right? You know, I really don't like MiX's discards because I think Aurora Grasp is something you always want to threaten.
Yes. I will definitely say that Aurora Grasp is what I call, is definitely...
Fast Aurora is a scary Aurora.
Aurora Grasp, in particular, you've convinced me, Blatm, is my favorite opener as Ivory. Like, if it's an option, it's what I want to do.
It's like her bread and butter. I think Magical Strike also makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of sucks because soak form is so hard to deal with. It's so OP, 2 soak on everything.
2 effective power is very nice to have.
I don't like ditching shot either. I don't know what I would get rid of instead. Maybe
I would ditch drive over shot.
Yeah.
Drive is like, what do you? How are you driving really? Beat 1? Like,
because I want to be able to threaten Astral Shot.
I mean, the main thing is you want to against.
I think keeping drive is more so trying to deal with dread in some cases, but it's beat 1. Dread's not that great, except for hit confirm.
Yeah.
Like this exact positioning right here is Anath's not fun time.
Yeah. This is because Dread is just completely dead, and Havoc is also completely dead.
Yeah. And Destruction has a
I
bit
think
of
you can also comment a
range
lot as
problem
Eerie
at
in the
range
situation.
4.
Yep. Huh. Now, I will say one thing that I have definitely forgotten in the past, relevant for anybody. This comet trigger is on damage, so if they don't do damage, don't get to push them. I have made this mistake many times.
I too have gone Dread into a comet something and negated all the damage.
Yep. So that
Can't
is...
Comet Starlight. Is you just don't beat Dread.
Yep, this is true.
Although in this formation it would be pretty okay since I can't negate the damage.
No,
well, the Comet Starlight only does 2, right?
Then I just move past her.
Oh yeah, you can also just move faster. That's a good point. So even something like Comet Strike, no good, because you just move fast.
Alright, let's see what it is.
Make them see stars.
Dread Strike? Because Dread Strike makes a lot of sense.
Yep, that's what I figured as well.
Yep.
Comet Drive doesn't do what you want it to do.
I think it'll
it does
end up
still
be fine.
push me away, but it's 1 damage.
Yeah, 1 damage. So. And to keep Drive over shot is that like you can beat Dread Strike.
Charge! Shining starlight sunbeam!
In here, you do this just to get center. Like, is there a specific pair you're thinking of next beat that makes you want to have this positioning?
I think when I played this, I was aware that it was pretty much good against a lot of things except for like like this exact pair right here, but then I'd just lose by 1, so... And even then, right here, this is a pretty nice position for Anath to be in, like... Although, maybe not in soak form, but...
Are you gonna switch forms?
Like, right here is... Maybe. I forget. Maybe I keep it?
I think I would switch forms here, right?
Oh, wait, I remember what happens here. I don't think I switch.
But, so what I mean is you had a choice, right? You could advance 1 or advance 2 with the Dread.
Oh, yeah. That's what you mean. Like, since this gets center and the other one just gets some other weird board positioning. I guess I wanted him cornered for some reason, so that he couldn't really go anywhere. It's more predictable.
Yeah, that makes sense, because if you want to, like, burst or something.
Yeah, there's more space to make.
Okay. So now, let's get to B2.
So you don't switch, so why aren't you switching? Right, because here you're pretty much locked into Drive.
Yeah, that is my question as well.
This is pretty true.
Havoc, I guess, but, I mean, oof.
Havoc could angle in, although Eerie's kind of fast.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it seems like not what you want to do.
Yeah, it does seem like that, doesn't it?
I mean, you could also do something like an abhorrent grasp or something and just, like, run away.
That is also true. Man, of course.
I mean, my understanding of Anath is that you like have to figure all of this out before the beat starts, right? It's because you decide if you want to switch or not.
Yes,
so presumably,
sometimes I don't do it in time, but I think here I was thinking of something for it, or at least just taking the soak for insurance if I couldn't.
I see.
Like, if you're gonna switch into something, or If there's a form to switch to stay in, if you're unsure, it's Soak because it's Soak.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if there's a form to avoid switching into, and if you're unsure, it's Hate.
Yeah.
I've done that before. It's bad.
I can believe that. So here, Yuri's most obvious thing is, right, like Aurora Strike. Kind of hard to deal with. But it does lose 2 abhorrent drives. You probably don't do that. So Aurora Starlight.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but it's only 4 damage, 2 with
2 with the Soak, yeah.
2 is that you can't not get stunned and hit, right? Because all your drives have no stun guard whatsoever and like no way to reduce the damage.
Mm-hmm.
If you anti-stun guard, they just counter anti-power and you still get
Yeah,
stunned.
and they just stun out.
What if she does Aurora Starlight anti-cosmic?
Then I think that
probably
the
take
abhorrent
advantage.
grasp suggestion just gets out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, is that risk seems okay? Like you have to come in, right?
Even then, the abhorrent grasp is okay in this situation because
it
you're
clashes
clash the Aurora Starlight, and then Eerie has a gap
and
at
the
4.
drive just goes in.
Yeah.
So I think abhorrent grasp actually makes a ton of sense here.
Yeah, that's true.
Why didn't I think of that?
I mean, it could be like a magical shot or something, but
And it could be
I
like
don't
an
know.
astral shot.
Okay. Or you're just playing something.
I am trying to make space, and I think MiX was counting on me driving in because, like you said, I was pretty much locked into it for damage.
Yeah, exactly. But
Do you do that a lot?
Like the drive just doesn't get there, right? So
Do you do that a lot? Where
Making space is nice when it's possible.
okay,
If death aspect can become active in a way that it is at an advantage, then that is great. However, this is not often because its maximum prio is 5.
yeah, but now we're gonna be
and I
full
mean,
board
Yuri
and
is
Comet
like
drive us
pretty
down.
hard to.
Yeah, Comet being down really helps death form function.
I mean, we'll still have Aurora, whatever. But I think you're right. This seems great.
I
Also,
seem to
just
recall-
actual shot, right? Is full board, and
Yeah.
your dread is down. So if you go to the range aspect, you still get out traded.
Good.
Oh, yeah, true. Although if we're considering that, Destruction could try to underspeed it with a shot, but then Aurora
Exactly.
becomes threatening.
Here, I'm expecting a lot of. I mean, it's hard because are you really gonna like just like lose to Aurora shot, and it's pretty spooky.
I remember thinking about that and being rather intimidated, yes.
So I mean, here, like, you have to calculate all these things, right? To be like, do I really want to be at this range? It's so hard, right? Anath, I think, is one of the hardest characters.
Yeah. I would not call her difficulty 3, no.
Yeah, no. I think she's probably literally the hardest character in the game, right? Like, I don't know.
Maybe Rifflem's harder because he's weird.
I think Rifflin's pretty difficult.
I mean, bad. But no, I think like Anath, you have to calculate all these things ahead of time because, I mean, again, you pick this positioning, you pick this form, so probably you have a plan, right?
And if
I feel
things
like-
go wrong, it snowballs.
Okay.
Because you're getting cycled into forms they can deal with on rotation.
Yeah, so here you sort of plan to deal with and astral shot, right? It's nice that magical and comet, especially comet, are both down, but it's still tricky.
Man,
right?
not having any stun guard on any of your forms is just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what Soak form is for, but only up close. Anath is at the cafe with Marmalade drinking some of that SGT.
I am fucking slain. Alright, so I'm trying to think if there was a way that you could have maybe gone hate. But I don't think there is. Because
As
of
much
this.
as I wish I could have, no.
If Aurora was down, you still couldn't because she's in magical form. Yep.
Destruction shot at -2 just outright loses to Aurora shot, and there's no drives that are long enough range to. Well, I guess drive could clash it, but then I don't have the range to use shot. Not destruction drive, but any other drive.
Right. No.
Hence why I left the range after that.
Yep. I'm trying to think. Oh, it's like, is there a way that you could go into hate? And I just don't see it. I think you have to specifically strike with hate.
I feel like hate is something that just happens a lot of the time.
Yeah, when it happens, and you take those mix-ups.
Here it'd be nice if you could Leashing Havoc to at least not be too bad against an Aurora, but to be not too bad against an Astral. Sorry, but you're still pretty bad against Astral with the Leashing Havoc.
Yeah, like even then, Astral still gets its 2 damage, and I'm stunned and going into something else. And up close again.
In position, right? So you probably want to specifically avoid that. So
I guess
don't know,
even
like, how
up
do you?
close would be pretty nice for destruction. Well, yeah.
Okay, so how are you avoiding this Aurora Astral mix-up?
Are you?
See, that's the thing. I'm trying to remember how I did that, and I think I was considering between destruction shot and another pair. Like, and they were like 1 prio apart or something. Maybe 2
Well,
prio
it's gotta be
apart.
Destruction Havoc, I guess.
Like, I think
So,
I was kept trying to think to myself of how can I play destruction shot to how can I underspeed Astral while either clashing or doing something else with Aurora.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, because Aurora
At
just
which
like
point I
does
came up with the
everything, right?
conclusion that there are no pairs that safely do that, and I had to take the mix-up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you can't like do something against the Aurora
We
and
are
like accept that
Astrals.
Astral beats you.
Will not be stopped.
Well, that's the thing, though. Astral in night form doesn't full board.
Yeah, I mean,
This
which
happens
is
instead.
why does Mix go?
I don't
go
know,
night
but it
here?
kind of opts out of the mix-up, I guess. Says it's not enough power to stun a shot with SG.
Yeah.
What? No, I don't understand at all. Why does Mix go night?
Yeah. I don't get it either. Unless was he trying to be tricky with like? No, because it doesn't matter. There's nothing that beats. I mean, maybe a grasp.
He's
Some
scared
sort?
of the Havoc. Yeah, it's got to be the Havoc that he's scared of. Okay. He just decided that's how we wanted to beat it, instead of okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand what Mix is doing. So what Mix is doing is he's saying, I want to go. He wants to clash the destruction shot. He's safe against a leashing havoc, and that's what he did.
This doesn't do what you
Pretty
want
loose
to.
clash. So
Does he have just no options?
I think he has no options.
I mean, at least this, right? Doesn't matter.
That's prio 2 in night. So I guess he could have clashed with the Starlight instead, and then gone into shot, if that was his play. Although then that wouldn't be full board. So if that didn't work out, then yeah.
Actually, it seems like a really good play to lead with a Starlight there, because like what are you just missing? Like I think it actually beats both reasonable options.
Although then again, maybe he was deciding during the ante whether he wanted to stay in magical or not, for like whether he wanted power or SG in the moment.
I mean, I don't know. I think.
Okay, so if he is going
if
to
he wanted to
clash,
stay in
I get it.
magical, then Starlight wouldn't hit.
But I think this should be a Starlight, right?
Lead with Starlight, he shouldn't lead with Aurora Shot.
Yeah. I agree.
It's fine against both Leashing Havoc and against Destruction Shot.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, right.
yeah. So
The
this
Night
happens.
Eerie bug. Oh.
Where if there's a clash in as you do night transform,
I can't touch anything.
the
Oops.
all right. Well, rip.
I forgot that bug existed.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's so
Um,
stupid. I really wish they would fix it.
I thought he did. I think I can just let it play.
It just breaks.
Well, what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna have to talk a little faster than we have been. I'm gonna try putting it at 25% and not touching anything.
I think it breaks no matter what. But I mean, you can try it, but it breaks no matter what.
Okay.
You could always do the Rukyuk versus Eerie matchup, which is AKA exercises in dealing with advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Advance that gives her power, no less.
I want to try it one more time, which may be.
I will avenge the
So what is that, like 3 beats in that happens?
It's time to fight.
All right, so I'm just gonna. We're gonna have to just. I'm gonna see if I can get it to just run right through
Will do.
after night form.
Always pause after that moment, right? Presumably there should be no problems, but I mean,
Yeah, I don't think
there's
there's
no way.
another
It
night
doesn't
clash
work.
after that.
Like I've have a million replays. Every time
I march on.
night transform to clash, it breaks the replay every single time.
On my way.
It's awfully specific, although I guess that's how bugs work a lot of the time.
I told Seki about it like 3-4 times at this point.
I thought he had it fixed because he couldn't replicate it.
What do you mean can't you do like any replay? Okay. All right.
Because I brought it to his attention. He said that he had it fixed when I gave him an Irie replay that went into night form.
Okay.
Went into night
I
form
can
with a clash?
ping him.
I don't know if it was with a clash, which might be the problem.
Yeah, it has to be night transform with clash.
We could give him this one. That night
Yeah.
transform thing happens beat 3 on this.
Yeah.
Okay, still not touching anything.
Good call. Starlight change. Will not be stopped.
I still find it impressive that Eerie has the same voice actress for all 3 forms.
No, that's interesting.
And yeah.
Yeah, there it goes.
Well, cool.
We tried. Gold stuff.
I assume you lost this game.
Yes. Bad things happened and they snowballed and I made bad calls.
The key moments that I remember from this game
Was Dread Strike into whatever else was up. Like, there was a time where Dread Strike was probably a bad idea, and then I did it anyway.
remember this one where you like advanced one.
Oh, wait,
into
Dread
two?
Havoc is the bad thing I did. I forget what I was accounting for, but it did not happen.
And this is on MiX's channel, so you can go watch it there, right? Because he streamed these games.
Man. Yeah, but I don't. Huh. Okay.
To at this point, like
Yeah, I don't think. It seems bold to like stream Mix's stream. That
I mean, it's not going to be a very high quality thing.
Yeah, I'm also not going to do that without asking his permission. Like, hey, do you mind if I stream your stream and just take your viewers? Do you mind? Is that okay?
Stream.
Stream
Because
session.
everyone's yours. It's like
Also
communism.
known as a river.
Did you clash in the next game during night form?
I don't remember if clashes happened. Although it's
Yeah,
Rukyuk, so
the next
clashing at
replay
low
is fine.
prios is possible.
Man, that's unfortunate. Well, this will still let me out, right? Or is this still broken too?
I don't remember any particular beats where we clashed on night form.
I mean, I remember watching these replays. I forgot that this one broke, but I also seem to remember that the next one worked.
All right. So I guess we're just launching into this. What is this? Open access?
And we will see if it does not break.
Early release, early access on Steam. That's why so there's bugs. Yeah. Man, having to play Rook against MiX has to suck.
Mind if I step in?
And against Eerie, too.
Yeah.
You think this matchup is bad?
Oh, I think it's. Dude, didn't Rook play.
Well,
Or
let's see. Comet exists.
MiX played this matchup against somebody else's Rook and hated it, right? I think it might have been your Rook.
Wait, really?
I think that
I mean, I know I got a life lead, but it didn't matter because Galaxy Spear Atomos existed as a threat.
I mean, Galaxy is busted, but I think this is like even-ish. Honestly, I don't think it's that bad, as bad as it might seem.
I think it was MiX who said he hated it.
Galaxy Spear Atomos is just a big middle finger saying Rook cannot go beyond 3 range and expect to hit.
Yeah, I mean, Spear is just insane. Like, it's so busted.
And then at some point, I think I forgot that it went up to 6 prio because of the transform, so I was trying to clash it out at 4 or something? Or not clash, but like account for it.
Yeah, you need to, yeah.
Because transforming magical into it gets a 5 power, 6 prio, 2 to 6 range thing.
It's really, really good. It's like insanely good.
As much as I want to see the knight version of Spear land, because that's 8 power, it's not as useful as the other two.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of silly because the Cosmic is essentially 8 power as well, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, kind of think of it. Although, maybe 7 if you count the life loss, but if you're in finisher range, do you care about the life loss?
Yeah, no, I mean, when you play Galaxy Spear, it's to kill the opponent. It's not to trade.
I wonder if it's.
I guess Knight might be useful for long-range fighting, but at that point, Cosmic.
Yeah, you just dodge it. It's really like specifically when you need the stun guard. Yeah, I almost never use Knight on the Spear.
I don't think I've ever used it. What have I done? I have screwed it up because I wasn't paying attention. Like
It's one of those finishers that I wish I could use. Like
Aurora Grasp, fine against everything except Gunner Grasp. It's only 2 damage, so MiX probably figures, it's this is probably fine. Aurora Grasp is just a really well-rounded. I think the dodge also. Why did you dodge here, LP?
I don't know.
Ugh.
I think.
I mean, if you can't beat it super well, that's probably fine.
I
mean, I had to spend Prio
dodge
Shell to
because,
beat
yeah.
this with a Gunner Grasp, so, and then another Shell. And then at that point, he could just try to outspeed, I guess. But then again, I do have good stuff for defensive, maybe. But
With the shutdown, I'm actually more inclined to try and beat this because it's not like you can lose to Aurora Shot.
Oh, right,
That's the main thing really about it.
And not to mention, losing to Astral isn't really a thing here because Shot is down.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I'm saying. Astral, not Aurora. Yeah, so because Shot is down, I think you can actually Gunner Grasp anti-Cryo here. And
Yeah. I think I have to be more willing to spend the Prio Shell when it's necessary, but then other times I spend the Prio Shell too soon and I can't get a safe reload.
well,
But then again, it's Eerie. There is no safe reload because she's full board.
Yeah, but so looking ahead a little bit, your first reload in this game comes when you have both a Prio Shell and a Power Shell.
Oh, yeah.
Those 2 shells. So I think, you should maybe be spending your shells a little bit more. I don't know. I don't play Rook. I don't know. But maybe?
I think they're a decent threat considering Eerie has above average stats in all areas but can't take on everything at once. Maybe.
Obviously, having the shell for the threat is pretty good. But like sometimes you just want to spend it, you know, like it can't be a threat forever. Like here, you know, it would have been good, and the threat did nothing because MiX didn't play around it.
So how
But
much
I think
do
you know,
where do you
occasionally
go?
you should spend it. I think this is a good time to spend it.
Incorrect. Definitely should have advanced only 2, and then end of the retreated 1. What do you do?
Well, so the other thing that you could consider is advancing 1, right, and then like just restarting the starting position. Like, did you consider that?
I think I wanted to. I'm not sure whether I would have preferred the starting position or not.
I mean, with
Since I guess I could push from here.
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable, right? Where like if you point blank with impact shell at this point, it needs to be a magical stabilize astral to hit you.
I think this might be where the impact shell gets spent. I don't quite remember.
So here, I mean, I think because burst is down, you have a really good point blank here, right?
Yeah. Maybe it was point blank strike actually, considering you can't really go backward unless it's magical. No wait.
But
yeah,
magical starlight is
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Magical
you
starlight
could
would be
like
pretty safe. If it's not shot, if I did point blank strike, then that would be pretty safe.
yeah. You could do something like a point blank strike with long shot. It's maybe a little bit crazy, but
Ooh.
probably don't want to spend the long shot on that. I don't know.
I think long shot's pretty much the most precious since it kind of feels like all the other range modifiers are balanced around it existing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some of them are like,
Never
okay, to be a
be-
normal style that is not completely awkward, please spend long shot.
Gunner
looking
Grasp.
at you,
What beats
Crossfire.
Gunner Grasp anti-Prio Bullet?
Right?
Stun guard and astral in general.
Okay.
I guess flash shell would beat those.
Yeah, flashes the ignore stun guard.
Yes.
Ooh, I
Yes,
like
I mean
that.
here is
Rook's
like
bullets are color coded for your convenience.
so it's kind of like a mix-up, right? Where you have the choice of like going fast with a point blank grasp anti prio, or you can play something ignore stun guard, and Yuri sort of has to guess which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
Also
Interestingly
dodge
enough,
here,
I
so
think.
maybe there's a third part of the mix-up, which is like, do you want to play something that covers dodges?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, I think Rook tends to kind of play reactively simply because a number of his styles are pretty slow and are just like bulky in power or stun guard in general. Like Trick doesn't have power, but it's stun immune, and Crossfire just if that hits, it's a fun time.
So you can actually get a guaranteed crossfire here, can't you? If you crossfire strike anti long shot.
Well, yeah. So though, if he goes knight for the knight
Astral.
for the astral, then well, then again, I guess I outtrade that.
Yeah, because you have soak and you're actually going over 5 damage.
Yeah.
I like
Okay,
that.
so I guess-
Yeah, what about crossfire
Maybe I'm
strike
worried
anti
about
long
drive
shot? That seems
existing
really
if I'm
good.
not doing that.
Actually, I don't think she's gonna drive here, right?
Well, yeah, fair. It's eerie.
Well,
I mean, drive
this is-
like Yuri has to galactic drive exactly to end up in one, which I guess she could, but if he's galactic drive, I think she's galactic driving. Right? It's pretty crazy because you do like no damage, and
Oh right. Yeah, galactic in magical form is something I don't understand a lot of the time.
yeah, I mean it's really when you want to go to like that 7 prio, but you know using it to go to 6 is rough.
and this is
Like
what
you're
I
not
think
even
her
beating the
bear
point
is.
blanks because the point blank has 2 stun guard, So
Like I see Galactic as more of a cosmic tool and sometimes a night tool if you want to out trade with a bit of soak.
I think it's used most often in Cosmic, but it is used a decent amount in Magical, because being able to go up to 7 is very valuable in some situations.
Oh, heyo.
So I guess you're going for
Oh,
the
right.
side of the mix-up.
I
And
think I'm trying to cover pretty much everything at once here.
What?
I don't know if
She
you
did
can
Galactic
cover
Drive?
it. You really shouldn't be Galactic driving here. That's
I
really
think I'm
bad.
trying to deal with Astral and other things. So a Flash Shell gets spent.
Wow.
But like, this is just worse than like a Magical Starlight, right?
Yeah. I thought
He's really afraid of the crossfire. That it must be that he doesn't want to get crossfired.
I thought it was going to be Magical Starlight.
Is the most obvious thing to catch the Mix. But this has to be because Mix is afraid of the crossfire.
Huh.
Crossfire would be pretty nice here if Drive didn't exist.
Yeah.
To specifically be this drive, right? Oh, I guess Comet Drive also.
I think it's any drive, right? Because he plays. I mean, we're talking about Mix. He is the rook guy, you know. So he's got to be thinking, looking at it like, what would I do here? I would gunner whatever. So I'm gonna get in there with Galactic, and I'm gonna outspeed the other 5-1. I'm gonna outspeed Gunner Grasp, and I'm going to beat Crossfire Strike.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other drives don't make much sense. Like,
Since you want to
Snow
save
is
Comet
so
for
weird
when
to
there's
wait.
space between you because Rook hates it.
Yeah.
Comet's existence in the ranged game is just pain.
So you don't want to be sending Comet, and you also don't want to be going at 5 crowd instead of 6. You definitely don't want to be playing Magical, because that, like, you don't end at range 1, you end at range 2 because of the retreat.
So then it loses to Crossfire.
Exactly. So it has to be Galactic Drive if it's a drive. It's like,
I guess that's one purpose for Galactic then.
yeah.
Get pushed.
The Stun Guard anti is for Magical Strike, right?
I believe so, yes.
Will do.
And that's the only thing.
Alright. So now we have more options.
Range 3 while being... this range 3 while cornered is pretty nice for handling Comet, since it's not an issue, pretty much.
I'm thinking
Now
like,
you really have no ways of getting close, right? So now you can definitely Crossfire.
Yeah, that would be nice.
he's got to dodge, right?
Or I could try to underspeed Astral.
Or he
No, wait,
can't
but
dodge.
then... I gotta get it through my head that Crossfire outtrades Astral.
Yeah, like, you don't need to worry about... So really, Eerie should dodge here, because you don't have any full board as Rukyuk, right?
Unless you want to do a
and you have
point-blank
Comet,
shot
so you don't have to worry about
with
things
long
like
shot, and that's not happening.
Oh yeah, Gunner Strike long shot does in fact full board. Maybe you should do it then, because I think this is like pretty likely a dodge from Mix. Doesn't seem that bad, right? Gunner Strike.
Oh wait, what did I do here? Because I see that
What you did, but
I see that impact shell being spent.
Yeah, I'm not. We weren't done with this part yet. I think. I mean, I still think it's right for Eerie to just probably Astral Shot anyway.
I think you're gonna get crossfired. Don't get crossfired. Like,
Crossfire.
Well, this
if you're gonna risk the crossfire,
this
I would at
clashes
least,
Crossfire Strike.
Yeah, but the clash is really bad because every crossfire hits you.
And not to mention, if you go any lower on the SG, then... Well, yeah, if you switch to another thing with actual SG while staying in magical form, which would be Strike, then you just get pushed by Grasp.
Yep. Okay.
Really, it's going on a good clash. I would try a magical strike from Eerie here if you're gonna risk the crossfire. Like grasp, I play this and just like trade up by one.
You're getting stunned, right?
I remember weird things happening with the pushing and pulling, so magical might have happened.
I really don't understand why this is an impact shell, though. Why not power? Or why not?
I think
like
I wanted to push her, but at the same time, I forget what I wanted to push her for.
Power is 2 power, right? Can you is pushing 2 really better than 2 power in this situation, especially with Comet up?
I don't know, because like I said, this range is pretty good for Comet, so I don't know why I want to get rid of it.
I think you really should be using your power shell here. I was very surprised by this impact shell. Very surprised by Magical Starlight. I guess this is specifically Magical Strike. I feel like this is just worse than Magical Strike in every way.
Not a chance.
So no matter what buttons you push, I think.
Yeah, no matter what order I did that in, he winds up in that spot.
No matter what choices you made, which is kind of interesting. Literally no sequence of choices that did not.
There is literally no possible way for him to not be there.
So really, the impact shell just pushed 1, right? Pushed 1 additional space.
Yep. Did nothing different from grasp.
And yeah, it did nothing. And the power shell. So looking ahead, right? I'm gonna drop some spoilers here. At the very end of the game, Eerie is on 1 HP for 4 beats or something.
Tasty hindsight.
Yeah.
So what are we running here?
So this is looking really good, right? At this point, I think you're far ahead, right? This position is really good.
Yes.
Though you do have to figure out how to deal with a Comet here.
Well, it sure could be pretty nice for a Comet. Because of forced pushing.
At the end.
Well, Comet has to push you when it damages you, so it would push Trick back into its range. Even if you Comet Grasp or something.
What about just Sniper though? I mix never snipers. I don't understand. And you also why don't you just sniper? And
his sniper is the big obvious gonna dodge in and get stuck at range 1 and 2.
I mean,
and even then, it has some issues contesting Prio without grasp, unless you have the Prio shell, which I have. So what? Ugh.
I mean, I think you would gunner drive here, right?
Well, Gunner Drive loses to Comets.
Super
to
hard.
Comet Grasp, so probably don't do that, right?
I mean,
Yeah, it loses to that pretty hard.
don't you just anti the Prio bullet?
And then clash it, and then what?
Comet Grasp is 6, right? This is 6, and we
Yes.
haven't even antied our Prio bullet.
Are we talking about Gunner or are we talking about Sniper?
I'm talking about Sniper.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
that's
Sniper,
better
yeah, I
than
would
before.
agree. I think you should Sniper Drive here. I don't know why you don't.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, why aren't
That'd be
these
nice.
people agreeing with me?
I'm not really used to
No,
using
Gunner is
Sniper on
interesting
the
because it
offense
covers the dodges, right?
You're not really used to using what?
Sniper offensively, I guess, unless there's very few ways for them to actually get in, like dodges down, something else is down, or can be filtered out.
Yeah, but
It feels
you have to dodge every
so
time
awkward.
to beat the Sniper.
And
If
if
you
you
don't
miss,
think
they
they're
just
dodging
get
every
in
time-
and you're forced to move closer.
Yeah, that's true. Well, to be honest, this is the only ever pair I see combo with Sniper.
I think that's crazy. People don't play around Sniper enough, right? I saw
I play around Sniper
in the game,
all the time.
Ashtaroth. MiX had like 2 beats.
Oh,
To
right.
Sniper Grasp was a dodge. He didn't play either beat. Affected it both beats, and MiX lost the game.
Yep.
Now here, it's the same situation, and you're not playing Sniper. It's like, people don't play around Sniper enough.
That's
Every
the thing,
time
though.
I've
If they
seen
play around
people-
Sniper and you lose Sniper, then you lose your good reload.
I usually dodge in against Sniper, like almost every time it's up.
People don't do it enough, right? Like,
Because like dodge
in
is
this
good.
case, you would win the game on the spot if he disrespects Sniper.
I don't know about on the spot, but you do pretty well.
I think it's pretty close to over if you just get sniped here. For a dodge is Gunner Strike, so it's a really bad position for Eerie, but first and not Gunner Strike.
This seems terrible.
The extra bullet, okay.
Oh, okay, no, we did long shot. Okay.
Yeah.
So we trade.
Is here you do miss a comet dodge.
Yes.
Maybe you don't care too much about missing a comet dodge, but like,
It takes more than that to throw off my aim.
I forget whether I had considered the whole Gunner Strike full board with a long shot thing. That would have been nice.
again, like if you sniper there, it's amazing, right? Like you're up 6. It's what 16 to 7. It's pretty much over.
Maybe I should press the advantage with that thing more often.
People don't play around sniper enough. People really don't do it, and like you got to throw it out because if people aren't playing around sniper 70-80% of the time. I think you should just do it every time, and even if it's obvious. Like people don't respect it enough.
Yeah, it just feels like I can't get sniper out of my head as that thing that will not hit unless they don't have options.
Yeah,
but then
I mean,
but then they don't play the options, so then.
Right.
yeah, but
And
this is
because
the perspective
no
I
one
have,
plays
right,
it.
from
Man, and it's crazy. It's the only. It is like when I think of all the cards that Rook has, Sniper's the only one that I really play around. Which is crazy. It's bad for me to do that, but this is the only card I play around. Like because dodging in, usually anytime like dodge is good against Sniper, it also happens to be good against Crossfire and Gunner. Dodging in under mid range.
Yeah. But so the perspective I have is like comes from game theory, and game theory says you want to look at like what frequencies your opponent is using to make you indifferent. So how often would your opponent have to dodge Comet Grasp in this situation to make you indifferent to going for a sniper? Say they dodge 70% of the time, and they Comet Grasp 30% of the time. Like it's kind of a toss-up on whether you sniper or whether you trick burst in that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does my opponent dodge 70% of the time in that situation? And I think the answer is no. They don't dodge 70% of the time.
no.
It's so quote-unquote obvious. So people have this bias of like the tournament meta is this bias of not dodging enough against sniper. They definitely don't dodge. I don't think they dodge the majority of the time. I don't think your opponent is making you indifferent, so you should sniper and just like punish them.
That's the thing, though. I fail to consider that they aren't respecting it and just keep having it clawing in the back of my mind of dodge in against Rook, and then that just always beats sniper.
I can attest to that, where it's like once the idea gets stuck in my head, especially when I'm picking pairs under time pressure, like I don't have time to step back and think about all those things because I'm still having to do all of these other things. Oh, and Charles points out, okay, the Sniper Reload. Sniper Reload is also fairly good against Comet Grasp, right?
No.
No?
Comet Grasp, right?
I mean, I
The
guess
only
it
comets that are
flashes
full
it,
board-
but then you've got all the other comets to deal with that will actually gain.
only 2
No,
comets.
wait a minute. Actually, yeah. Because, yeah, okay.
So sorry, you have 3 comets to worry about. You have Drive, Starlight, and Shot. Those are the ones that are full board. I think Comet Shot is pretty crazy.
I'll make them see stars.
Starlight was down, and I think Drive was also down. So
Oh, look.
yeah.
All right, this happened.
So here, I mean, like you're reloading with, I mean, like 2 really good bullets, right? I think this is unfortunate.
I think I keep those I keep like Impact most often because Soak is the easy spend for effects one.
Yeah.
But still, I usually wind up with the Prio bullet until my reload.
Hey, but this seems great for
Unless
us.
I-
Like, we dodged Astral.
Or at least just take one from it.
Take
Sure.
1 to reload. I mean, it's okay, but like, I mean, I think that this reload is fine. Don't get me wrong, but to
I feel like there could have been better
spend your good bullets, right? Like I said, you end up needing the 2 damage at the end of the game.
Yeah. Ugh.
I consider dodging and then playing a crossfire reload because basically all of Erie's stuff is going to be full board, so I don't think sniper reload really saves you that much.
Why here?
Yeah, although is there a better reload? Well,
Reload to at least get the soak.
Why?
crossfires and discards.
I'm saying
Why
maybe
did we
you want to
move
dodge
here?
this beat and then crossfire reload next beat.
Why wouldn't I stay close? I can take 1 instead of 2.
Oh. Well, just for positioning next turn. Right?
I mean, I guess, but oh wait. Yeah, although I guess,
Fine. Yeah.
Charge!
but then Astral and then dodging in.
So
Oh,
what we
I
got?
remember this beat. This was nice.
So here, the scary thing, right, is cosmic in galactic. Is galactic in cosmic form,
Yep.
and you don't have a burst, so. But your dodge avoids all of those, so.
I mean, magic. No, wait. Yeah.
If Yuri wants to catch a dodge, I think it has to be magical drive here, right? Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I think Yuri's should probably dodge here because magical drive loses to a lot of stuff. Any prior bullet, right?
I'll
Just
make them see stars.
beats it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see like oh, okay.
We're doing things.
Yeah. This beat. So this is crazy, right? This is.
Yep, that's what I
really,
figured
This
you
is
would play.
shocking to me. I really have no idea what's going on here. Like
I forget
this has
what
no
I was
business.
counting for,
What?
but this worked out.
Isn't this the
What are you
exact...
going for here?
This is her exact same pair from On Rotation, right?
No, she played Magical Starlight last time.
Oh, right. So it should have been Magical Strike.
Yeah,
and it
Blatm
was...
was saying that Magical Strike was better.
Yeah, this time Magical Starlight would have been better. So, I mean, I don't know. They're both bad. I don't think you. I don't understand why MiX played this. This really makes no sense. So, what were you targeting with your point blank grasp here? Like, what did you think you were beating?
I forget, although I did think I was throwing him across the board if it worked.
But like what? How does this has to be either a cosmic, galactic, or it has to be a dodge, right? I'm really
I
surprised.
wish I could remember what I was targeting.
This magical strike beats nothing, right? Basically.
Maybe I was accounting for strike?
I don't know. I really have no idea why this is magical strike. Like, were there other pairs you were considering as Rukyuk?
I don't know, this beat is kind of a blank.
I mean...
What were the other pairs Rukyuk could have played there?
I mean, I'm at a super awkward range, and despite people saying that Switch is a great style for Rook, it really doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, no. It's because so much stuff you have just loses to the cosmic. So
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah, like, I get the whole thing about Switch having a nice close-up range instead of... But the thing is, like, it's got no stats as well, so it just loses to a lot of things, even with the bullets.
So Moon Knight has a really good line in chat where you magical drive, and then you go knight if there's a prio bullet.
Huh. Hold on. So
That's
if there's a
probably
prio
what you
bullet,
should do.
if there's a prio bullet, you go. I'm trying to think. Is there? So crossfire? No, crossfire's running too. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then.
That's a great line. Okay. So here again, you're back to being like a big favorite, right? But Comet is up.
Yeah, that's the problem. I wish I was the favorite, but Comet.
I think like Comet is not the end of the world here, right? Like it could be like a Comet Starlight, and then you're taking 4.
Although what do you follow that up with?
I mean, what if you
Crossfire with
like
a long shot?
you crossfire burst here, long shot, right? It seems like it covers a lot of stuff.
I guess except a dodge. Well, a Comet dodge, specifically.
Or a Comet drive as well.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah,
that's
Comet,
the
you're not.
scary one, but
It won't beat Comet Drive no matter what, which is also the most likely pair for him to play, right?
Yeah, well, Comet drive is kind of scary because if it's like a gunner drive prio bullet, then
Yep.
you just it's really sad. You're really sad. But
I
you
think
can,
that-
you can use that same trick, right? You can go night form against
That's the thing, though. I don't really expect Rukyuk to want to spend the prio bullet because it's so precious, but then he never used it, and then it's the RPG rule.
What's the RPG rule?
You hoard the elixirs instead of spending
Oh,
them.
yeah. Trick shot anti-power.
Oh. Apparently we're going with the prio bullet. So what was the plan here?
So I hope this is a gunner drive then. But
Oh, knight.
Excellent.
so if it's a gunner drive, what do you do after you clash the Comet Starlight, right?
Hmm. Oh, look. And this is where that payout from earlier would have been nice.
Tough. Womp womp.
I mean, this is good. I wonder. Yeah, I mean, this is great, right? This is exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because like Gunner's Strike would clash out a magical form Comet drive.
3, 2, and then you still just get to. Charles says you had the game if you played Trick Shot, Anti-Power, Bullet, and Power.
But then Cosmic exists. That's the problem. Eerie can lethal when you're at 6. Pretty easily.
I think he means this beat.
Yeah, this beat.
This beat?
Play Trick Shot Anti-Power.
I'm confused.
3, 4, 5, 6. She's at 6.
But then Comet Drive just goes into... Oh, wait, yeah.
That's the idea. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
well,
right, Comet's guaranteed push.
Seems good. Seems like I don't see what beats
that seems fine.
Series.
I agree with this now, and wow.
That was just missed?
Yes.
Because Comet has to push you.
Like, actually, can we look at Yuri's hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that would have gotten past it is a Comet dodge.
Yeah, Comet dodge. Okay.
God, this is why Charles is good and we're all trash.
Name's a rook. That's my excuse. But yeah, I guess you should play the thing that only Comet dodge beats.
Yeah,
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe as Rook I should play the thing that only dodge beats more often.
This'll hurt.
Yeah. I mean, especially because like, a lot of your payout as Rook is like getting to long range, right? That's why you don't want to play the things that dodge beats, because you're like, oh no, now I'm next to them. But now that you're like at range, you're not really taking advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
The reason to be at range is to play the things that like only dodge will beat anyway. So.
Huh. Now that you know that you threw away your 100%er.
It's not actually 100%, right?
No, it's not. I'm just
also probably some
joking.
cash.
I'm
The 90%er.
yeah, the 90%er.
I guess 70 considering that
I
dodge
think
is...
this is
decently
still the
likely.
play. I guess this is what I would have played. I never would have saw. This is 100% what I would have played, right? Comet
I
drive.
mean,
this
there's also like
situation.
Aurora Burst, Go Knight.
Yeah. I don't think that that's what I would play.
I think Rook has so much stuff he can build that it's easy to overlook one really good option.
In position.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
now
you
we're
all
at
know
one.
what the ritual is by this point. Dance around for a while until little Eerie gets a guaranteed lethal at 6.
Yeah, well, so, okay, here you have an option, right? You can crossfire shot, and you live through the spear.
Wait, but don't I get stunned through... No, wait. No, wait, I can... Oh.
I was expecting when I was first watching this. Like, I mean, this is not safe. A switch shot Go Galactic is...
Unlikely.
I was thinking I would be scared of.
I think you get Galaxy.
Might as well Aurora shot, but
No, wait, but if he goes
I think
Cosmic...
switch shot that would
Vomit...
cover a lot of the reloads.
No, wait, but then
so
nothing hit. What am I
switch
worried
shot
about?
Galactic. Yeah, I think like your crossfire shot here, anti-long
Yeah,
shot
that
is
thing's-
really good.
Yeah, that's fine. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
So
Oh,
it was
And
like
what
the long shot and then the Go Galactic and like, oh my god, it's gonna happen.
And then things...
the clash
What
was.
just happened?
I don't know. It went too fast. The clash
So
was.
what happened is you played crossfire reload,
Hmm.
the switch shot.
Would Switch Shot have even killed Crossfire Shot?
No, it doesn't kill it. The reason you switch shot here is because you're trying to catch reloads.
Oh. Yeah, I was scared of
Like-
that for a reload, but I guess I was hedging. Maybe I didn't want to reload?
No, you did reload, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did reload, but I remember thinking about wanting to get rid of Switch Shot if he Cosmic. That was weird.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I think the main thing is that like Crossfire lives through the spear, but if you're gonna live through the spear, you might as well kill it, right? Like I don't know. I think
Yeah.
that it's crazy. 5 down to like
Sometimes it feels like I don't have the
Really?
mindset to play Rook, but at the same time, he feels nice.
Easy.
Oh, she didn't go limit exceed? Busted. Wait.
Limit Exceed is a finisher I wish I could play, except that Galaxy
Charles asked a
Spirit
good
exists.
question. Why only retreat one? Right.
I forget my reasoning,
That is
and
a
I
valid
kind of
answer.
wish I retreated to at this point. I don't have a valid answer.
I can see some reasons. So here's one line. You have point blank grasp here. So Galaxy Spear actually doesn't kill you in this specific setup because to hit you with Galaxy Spear needs to be you need to go magical. Magical is only doing 5 damage, but you can't anti-power because then the
wait,
point
I
blank
think
grasp can counter anti-prio and actually kill you. So this is. I thought that you only retreated one because it was safe. You were not dying to Galaxy Spear because of point blank grasp.
maybe that was it.
That's something that I did not even think about.
Right, you can't full auto here because you were slower.
Because Eerie went first last turn.
Restoring limiters. Get ready for a universe.
I thought that was the reason. Okay, so it's the Galaxy Spear, and
then bad things happen.
so here this is really interesting. Like super interesting. Like our anti here, right?
I
think so.
I think.
Man, you should like.
No, I have nothing.
I don't know.
I can't legitimately say I psyched anything out with that because this would catch a reload. So
This I don't know if you know this. This card's very good.
This is the best card in the game for sure.
Yeah, you think that's the best card in the game? Still, I think it's so clockwork.
Okay,
right?
I thought through this beat for so long, so let me just lay out what happened, what the possibilities are here. If I dodge and end at range 1, I lose. If I play something and get outsped, I lose. I have to pick, and you can probably guess where that went.
Yeah. So for the people at home, if you dodge, you get Galactic Cosmic next beat. You can't outspeed that. Just plays something that's full board, like it plays like an Astral Shot or something. Some random full board thing, and Rook dodges. The game is over. And in terms of going faster, well, you can go faster though. Like,
Galactic Grasp. Although, honestly, if it was a gunner dodge, if it's a gunner dodge instead, then you don't wind up. But if it's like a normal dodge of any kind, then Galactic Grasp just wins.
Yeah, so because the fastest you can go is 7.
Yes.
But Eerie has 2 7s, right? Galactic Grasp and
well, Galactic Grasp Cosmic is 8.
Right?
Good call.
Yeah.
No, so Cosmic isn't going to go 8, right? It's going to be 7.
Yeah.
-3 up close.
This beat 10.
Oh.
Here you can't point blank grasp because, I mean, not that you can't, but like point blank grasp will clash Galactic Grasp, but then Eerie goes into Galactic Starlight and you just lose to that.
Yep.
So you sort of have to guess, do you go for speed or do you dodge, right? Because you don't have burst, so you can't like run away.
And I think a gunner dodge would be better if I had better here if I really wanted to dodge.
Really know why this is a trick dodge.
I think I was worried about getting clashed, but that seems strange.
I mean, it's not that strange because Magical Shot is like mixed up. You can do that because he sees the mix-up, right? He sees that if he gets into this position, he wins the game. So, and Magical never ends up being in this position, right?
Right, because Magical backs up.
Exactly. So, I think you should not trick dodge yet. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, now you have 0 outs to
8 prio, goodbye.
Oh, you're just dead.
And this game was so heartbreaking because I felt like you were so ahead, and then just like, oh my god, it just all fell apart.
And then all of the little cramps with playing as Rukyuk just compounded over and over into the brick wall that is Eerie.
Crossfire, drive, anti-range.
What? I mean, I've done that against a Karen before and it
No,
worked, but why here?
That's what Charles is saying. You have Soap
but
2.
I die first.
Yeah. I mean, you're just dead, right? There's zero things you can do.
Quickly now.
And when I was like thinking, oh man, this game was so brutal, I also missed the trick shot power bullet. But
I can still.
Well, that is an unfortunate series of events, LP.
Yep.
I mean,
better.
you didn't lose as Kimby to Magdalena, so there is that.
Oh my god.
What was that? I think I know what it was, but what was that?
You didn't lose as Kimby to Magdalena, so there is that.
Oh, right.
I
Oh.
hope that joke is very funny because, like, I have definitely spent some goodwill to make it. Man, these were some really good games today.
Yeah, I was satisfied with how they went since they were at least close.
I don't
Though
think you were
do
satisfied,
the
right?
numerous places that my hangups just kept getting in the way.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, girl, same. That's what I've got there. Like, man, if I could just get over some of the bad habits that I have and just start playing better Battlecon.
Oddly enough, even though I know Callie is probably objectively worse, I am starting to feel more comfortable on her after those like few games. But then again, it wouldn't be that fun to play her for so long.
Kalisar? I like
Yeah.
Kalisar, I think. Callie feels a lot like Magdalena sometimes to me.
What?
Callie feels like Magdalena to me. But in reverse.
She's
I mean,
like
if
the
you're
polar
going
opposite of
elemental,
Magdalena,
I
right?
guess.
No, she really is, but they feel similar in that she feels like she gets to be level 3, level 4 Maggie, but only at range, you know? So, like, I don't know, they feel somewhat similar somehow.
I mean, human spellbolt is pretty nice for out trading.
Yeah, I can see the similarities for
5
like
effective power if it can go first.
if you're an elemental, you just get like huge stats. That's kind of like Magdalena. Okay.
Yeah, although elemental spellbolt is kind of just hit confirm and then set up.
Yeah, I mean the big difference is Kalistar stuff is like never guaranteed. Basically.
Yeah, she has 0 full board ever if she's cornered.
This is like my
Right,
favorite
there's-
style ever.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I like that in human form, yes. Use with caution, though.
You really
It's like
think that, like, I just want to point out that I think that this is still the best card in the game, right?
Clockwork. Okay, yeah, maybe Clockwork is the best card in the game.
Like,
But
this
I
card
don't
is
know. I
absurd.
still think. Yeah, okay, Clockwork is the best, but Galaxy Sphere is second for sure.
Okay, I'm fine with making that, but I just there is a reason that we talk about this card just like as like the gold standard because every other one of his styles kind of sucks except for this one.
Hydraulic and Clockwork are nice. Everything else is kind of
Yeah, but I
feels
mean
wrong.
that's the design, right? That you get to have Clockwork, but you have to have Battery and Grapnel. Like Grapnel's probably a necessary evil, but
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think other good styles like Silver, like those are great, but I think Galaxy Sphere is.
Yeah, but Silver's silly.
Silver. Okay, that is another choice for one of the best styles in the whole game. I think that this matchup's really tough for Magdalena.
In
Do you know how
This
good
matchup
this
is tough
card
for
against-
anyone who uses bonuses
Yeah,
in
do you know
any
how
regard.
good
Like a
this card
sideboard
is
card
against
in there.
specifically against Magdalena? Like,
I knew this when I started the game in October, so yes.
Yeah.
like on the other hand, do you know how good Magdalena is against this card?
I don't. Well, she's good against Aegis, but I don't think she's that favored against Eligor in general.
Everyone says that, and I've never had an issue with playing
Really,
against
because on
Eligor.
my end, everyone keeps telling me that it. Even I was on the bandwagon of, oh, Maggie can deal with Eligor, but then no, he just hits back at level 4.
I've never
He
had
deals
that
9.
issue. I mean, you have specifically a couple things to play
I've
around,
had
but
that numerous times. Like, you can get to these high stats and say, okay, I'm ready to hit you, and then he's just like, okay, I'm ready to hit back.
You know, there was like this famous money match, right, between Plas and Jugan, where Jugan was saying that it was Super Mag's favored. Plas, who's a Mag's main, said no, it's not Super Mag's favored, and so they bet $5 on it, and they played it with those mains. So Plas on Eligor and Jugan on Mags, and Plas won, and won the $5 at even money, right? 5 for 5.
Yep. Yeah. That sounds about right.
It's possible, but you already know how much I blessing, right? Like I blessing probably in what now I am realizing isn't probably entirely too much.
Eligor loves the extra HP.
But I feel like I always get
If
the
you
good
are a
read.
character with Soak, then even 2 additional HP is lovely.
I guess I just never have run into the big Marshall or not. Is it Marshall? It should be Marshall, right? It's a good one, right? Marshall, yeah. I've never run into the big Marshall late. Like I've always because I feel like when they play it, it's kind of telegraphed.
Is it like not super mag-sided?
Well, yeah, but if she keeps playing around Marshall, then she's not hitting you. Unless you drop Marshall. But then that's... Oh. Yeah.
Alright. That being said, it's pretty late here, guys. So I think I'm going to call it here. Well, I'll have the videos up shortly. Hey, LP, thanks for joining us today, man. That was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Alright, guys. Charles, take it easy. Have a good night, everyone.